Hey, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see everybody today. I hope you all are having a wonderful Saturday. Um, so we're gonna do an all signs today. Um, I had an idea for the show later, or for some of the questions. I think what I want to pull for the signs. So, yes, I hope everybody's doing great. I actually want to start the show. My new lovely friend, Alicia, it was her birthday yesterday, and I was supposed to do a reading for her, but we got a little sidetracked. Um, so, Alicia, happy birthday. And you know what? Let's pull some cards for you for your birthday. Let's see, you know what? Let's find out what the universe wants you to know about some of your um, secret powers and secret strengths that you may not know about. So let's see what we get here. And yeah, thanks for everybody for watching. Okay, all right, Alicia. Let's see what we get here. I'll see what messages I can try to pull for you. Hey, Pam. How are you? Great to see you. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Just getting a text from my adorable 11-year-old. Okay, great. And Alicia, please let Evan know it was very nice to meet him too. What's up? Listen, how are you? You told me your name, I forgot. So, Pam, your attorney meeting went well. That's great. Well, you are the emperor. Um, so guys, I am just very quickly pulling some cards for my friend Alicia. It was her birthday yesterday, and I was supposed to do a reading for her. And nice to meet you officially. And then we're gonna get into all signs. Okay, we have a couple quick shuffles, Alicia. Hopefully, you're not too hungover today. Okay. Okay. Okay, universe. What do we want Alicia to know about her secret powers, hidden strengths that she can tap into this year? Hey, Christy. Hello, hello. How are you guys? I saw that, Pam, I saw that you and Christy became friends on Instagram. Okay. Alicia. Alicia, I love this. Wow. So beautiful, Alicia. So I pulled two cards for you. This is what the universe wants you to know. First, you got the Nine of Wands, which is your energy. This is fire energy. This is a card about having such like deep rooted perseverance and stamina, really to fight through anything. Um, when I see this card, it tells me that you've probably been through like some serious turmoil in your life that literally like felt like a fucking battle or a war. Excuse my language. Like if you see this person, like it looks like he survived a war or multiple wars, but he always makes it out. This guy's a survivor. He perseveres. Um, and this also usually tells me that if you went through any kind of like turbulent bumps in the last couple of years, with anything like professionally, financially, things are really going to turn around. Well, not turn around. Things are really going to look up for you. Like the the proverbial war is over. Um, the other card that came out is the Six of Cups, which is such beautiful energy. Like this is a card about like harmony and goodwill. This tells me that um, I think in a very grounded way, you know how to, no pun intended to the card, really stop and like smell the flowers. Um, and also know how to take a moment to enjoy like the small moments in life, like when things are going well, which is really beautiful. That's an energy that I think more of us could really try to embody a lot of times. Um, it's also kind of a card of being nostalgic. I don't necessarily look at nostalgia as a strength of anybody's, so that might not apply to you, but this is a card of just being like somebody who really tries to be like thoughtful and create like harmony amongst people in their lives. Like somebody who um, really just does things for others with no expectation of getting anything back. And I mean, talk about good karma, Alicia. It seems like you really have like a strong like energy. Um, like you might not project it, but like you've really been through a lot and you know how to persevere and keep going. And I feel like you don't wear your battle scars on your sleeve, which is something I can relate to. So you have like a really strong, quiet confidence. And you have this kind of loving energy. um, I know I made a silly joke that you look absolutely fantastic for your age, which I won't disclose. And I actually feel like this, funny enough, kind of speaks to that. Like you have kind of like this young soul. Um, and yeah, it's really beautiful. All right, and let's get one more card for you. Hey, Marita, great to see you. 2222. Hey, Michelle. Guys, you know what I discovered? Because I don't really use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is absolutely fantastic for if you ever want to know like the synchronistic um meanings of like numbers like 2222 or like 333. Um okay. And guys, we might have Jaelen on so later. So okay, Alicia, let's get one card for advice for you. Oh, Alicia, such a badass card. So badass. You got the Magician. This is Major Arcana. This is such significant energy. This is a card of like manifestation. This particular person is one of the most powerful people in tarot. He has the power to create anything that he wants in his life. I don't know if you can see the table. Um, every single element in the tarot is here: the wand, the sword, the pentacle, the cup. The universe wants you to know for advice that you already have everything within you to create and like manifest anything you want in your life. Anything. If you ever doubt something that you can do, the gods just want you to know that you have it already. You have everything you need. You have all the knowledge, the skills, like the determination, to really create anything that you're passionate about, anything that's important to you. And, um, I really feel like, I mean, for everybody out there, manifesting works the best when it's directed at something that feels tied to like our like purpose, like that feels like it's in alignment with our passion and like our creativity. It's really hard to manifest something. I mean, it's really hard for me to do anything if I don't really feel like a calling or like a passion to do it. Um, and when you sprinkle ADHD on top of that, it can definitely be a little bit of a dumpster fire for people like me. But Alicia, such amazing energy. I love this for you. And happy birthday. It was great to meet you. And I hope to see you and Evan back down here or down here soon to visit. So, okay. All right. Great message. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I'm so glad that you feel like I nailed it, Michelle. You're reading. Pam, Pam, do you know how to send voice notes on Instagram? You have to tell me it. You have to give me like a little debriefing on that the landlord thing with your attorney. Christy, what'd you do last night? Do you have a good night? Oh, thanks, Marita. Thanks for asking everybody to like the stream. Hey, Meander and Mama, great to see you. Good to see you back. Thanks for coming back. Um, so you know what I just realized, guys, because the reading I just did for my friend Alicia, I actually did a reading like that for Christy and Pam. They're really fun. I really like doing readings like that. I just kind of had that idea to pull cards on like our secret powers and strengths that we hold that we haven't tapped into. I think I want to do the all signs. Um, I want to do an all signs today for that. Oh, whoever just sent me a donation, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. It really does. I really appreciate it. Hey, Cass. Great to meet you. I'm Stefan. I think you're new here. Where are you chatting with us from? So, guys, I'd love to take some chat questions. Um, but I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the all signs. Um, I'm gonna do one sign from all signs, and then we'll take a couple chat questions. Um, and if anybody wants a free phone reading, oh, Canada. I love Canada. We're in Canada. Been to most of the provinces. Um, yeah, for anybody new, if anyone would like to come on the show for a free phone reading, I'd love to have you on. I really started this channel to for that. Offer people readings over the phone. Chat questions are fun, but we miss a lot. And you guys know me. I always have a million questions, and I always want to make sure I'm getting you like the right messages and advice. And sometimes I don't feel like I'm able to do that properly, or anybody for that matter. I don't believe can give you the proper advice all the time with just chat questions. Um, so, oh, that's so sweet. Well, it's great to have you with us as part of the White Dog Collective. Yes, and again, who I'm not sure who left me a donation. Oh, Marita, you did. Thank you so much. Well, you know what? You'll be my first chat question. So, you know what we'll do you right now? You're so sweet. Oh, Michelle, you'd like to do a phone reading? I'd love to have you on. So, okay, everyone. So we're gonna pull a couple very quick cards for Marita, and then we're gonna get Michelle on. Michelle, are we friends on Instagram? If we aren't, just send me a message through the Instagram app, and I can call you through the Instagram app once I get your message. Oh, very cool. I have some of my best friends live in Ontario, in Toronto. I live in New York, Cass. Oh, shoot, Michelle. I think I'm gonna try to get a phone number, everybody, for the show. So people can just call in. So oh, Cass, I'm so sorry. You just lost your dog. That's why you were drawn to the channel. I'm so sorry. You know, Cass, and for anybody new, I actually started doing tarot and started this channel because I actually lost my dog too. You know, um, I don't believe in coincidences. I feel like everybody who finds the show, who doesn't, who doesn't mind staring at me while I talk, I really feel like I really feel like we're all extensions of each other, and like, in a lot of ways, all of us have gone through like very similar things in our lives, maybe just on different timelines. I feel like we, in a lot of ways, mirror one another. So, um, it's so hard, Cass. My 1-year-old puppy like got hit by a car, and I almost died too. Um, it was like the closest thing to looking death in the face that I've ever came to. And it hurts every day. It gets easier. Um, Try to find strength and gratitude for your time with your dog, but I know what you're going through. I think about Uma every day, but she's with you. She's with you for sure. Pam, what's family and friends? But sure, yeah. Christy, my date was amazing. Thank you for asking. I had a really good time. I had a really good time. One of the first truly genuine people that I've met, and gone on a date with, and I and apparently I'm her type of crazy. So your date canceled on you? Good. Well, you know what? It's funny because that's happened to me, Minnie. If it's a valid reason, great. Give them one more opportunity, unless it's just like you know, a no way. But because things do happen. Um, okay, Marita, let's get to it. Didn't we already pull cards on this, Marita? I swear we did. Do you remember you asked me about if you're going to be able to make it back to your home country? Didn't we pull cards on this? And they looked amazing. And it was heavily tied to your commitment to, um, in the present moment, like working hard. Um, you know what we're going to pull for you, Marita? Because we did pull on that. It looked great. It was such a clear message. You are going to be going, but it's going to, like, what's up in the air is how stressful it's going to be for you based on like your financial situation. So, Cass, what was your dog's name? Meander and Mama, how's your weekend going? All right, we're getting some messages here on Instagram. All right, Marita, you know what? Let's pull your secret power card because I feel like that's what you need to see. Oh, that's even better, Pam. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, if anybody would like to donate through Venmo or PayPal, I have a link in the video description, I believe. I hear ya, Meander and Mama. So much to do, so little time. I hear ya. I mean, damn, life's barely long enough to get good at one thing, you know? Um, Pam, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. Probably Christy. It's because you're healing. That's why. It's because he can energetically feel you healing, and it triggers him because you're not reaching out. Okay, Marita, let's find out what your hidden strengths and superpowers are, which will certainly help you travel. All right, I'm going to shuffle and pull cards for Marita. All right, Spirit, what can we tell Marita about some of her untapped powers and gifts and strengths? Cass, it was so great to meet you. Hey, if and I'll be thinking about Shelby. I'm sure she's I'm sure she's running through a field in the universe with Uma right now. If you have Instagram, please feel free to connect with me. I'd love to stay in touch and have you back on the show sometime. So, um, okay. Okay. All right, Spirit. Let's get a card. Yeah. There we go. Okay. I love it. Beautiful, Marita. Such beautiful energy for you. Um, we got the Knight of Swords first and the Hanged Man. The universe wants you to know that you're like, and again, guys, I love these because I feel like what these things are, they are deep rooted in us, like things that we were inherently born with. That maybe we know how to briefly access some of these gifts. Like we've felt the power of doing it sometimes, but I think these like kind of untapped strengths are tied in a lot of ways to like our fears, which stop us from really accessing and using them. Rita, you have like such fearlessness. Hey, what's up? What's up, Atlanta? Mm, no worries, brother. You know what? Hang tight because we're gonna pull. Well, I want to pull a card on you. Maybe I'll give you a quick call in a little bit when you're up to it, and I can. We're pulling cards on people's secret powers and strengths. Marita, you have such a fearlessness to you when you tap into it. The Knight of Swords, like he is the knight of the tarot, like the true knight. This guy charges fearlessly into into anything. Like, look, there's winds. Like, look at the background of this card. Like serious, like turbulent, tumultuous weather. Like sword forward. Willing to like chase what he wants with such confidence. This guy is knowledgeable, like logical, incisive, direct, authoritative. These are the qualities that I feel like can help you move forward, even with work. Um, like channeling that fearlessness, like get rid of that self-limiting belief that like, oh, you know what, it's too much work to take a chance and go try to do this. Or when you have an interview, like talk from your heart, like talk directly, like, you know, cut through all the nonsense in your own head. Um, and, you know, really just speak your truth. Um, Even if you're worried about what it might like look like or what other people might think about it. Because this is telling me that the way you perceive your strength and using it is different from how other people perceive it and use it. Um, like you might think that people are not going to receive you well by you being a little bit more direct and authoritative. Um, but people are going to like see it as your power. Um, and then of course you got a major arcana. This is a card about really being able to sit still with yourself to change perspective when you need to. It's a card of somebody who's so patient, which I know about you already. Being able to wait, like being able to be in an energy of waiting, but in not in a restless way, like in a very spiritual, like peaceful way. Um, and it's such good energy. It's such good energy. It's an unmoving energy that's not stagnant. There's no stagnancy to this. um like it kind of, this energy transcends, like, well, the way that it's described and the way that I pick up on this is the hangman's like energy of like movement, like just standing still. It almost like transcends our view of what time is. Like it kind of um like when you're in a hangman energy, it kind of separates itself from like our timeline and like time itself. It's like an energy of time standing still. Um, and your hidden strength needs to always be with this Knight of Swords too. To be like direct, confident, fearless about charging towards things, and also knowing when you need to change your perspective on something to get the results you want. That can't be more clear. Love you. Yeah, Christy, just keep ignoring him. He probably does. I know people like that. It's like when you don't give certain exes attention, they like need it to feel validated because you probably love really hard and like your attention. He's probably realizing, Christy, that the attention that he gets from you feels a lot more like substantial than the energy that, or like the attention you might be getting from someone else. Um, and like to him, he would rather be able to like interact with you for your energy just to get a reaction out of you rather than to get nothing. It's really sad that people do that. like, if why can't you just let other people be happy, especially if you hurt somebody? Just move on with your life. Like, there's so many people out there who will wrong you. Like, it's one thing to not even apologize for it, but it's like they want you to be unhappy and like suffer, and it's oh, oh wow, that deck just exploded. Um, yeah. Okay, let's jump on Instagram. Um, 1 second. Sorry, my deck just exploded. Okay, Jaelen. Let me know when you want to. Let's maybe we could pull a couple quick cards on the phone, just because your voice is like a warm blanket to me. So, oh no, you broke your phone. Okay, I'll pull a card for you after we talk to Michelle. Um, Pam, thank you so much. Um, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the donation. That means so much to me. Love you, Pam. Um, okay. Wow, we're getting a lot of message requests here on Instagram. I love it. All right. Everybody who messaged me on Instagram, thank you so much. We're gonna get you all on. Um, Michelle, we're gonna get you on a second. I'm gonna pull a quick card for Jaelen, just because he's my Atlanta Soul Tribe brother. So, okay. I got very excited, Christy. Um, Listen, people have to live with their choices, Christy. Jaelen, let's pull a card on your hidden strengths. Um, your untapped potential. Um, yeah. Just Christy, if he does force you, and nobody can ever force you to talk to them, don't mirror like they want to rise out of you because it feels good to them. They just want some kind of emotion from you. Guys, I know it's tough. It is such a valuable lesson that I feel like the universe really shines a light on you in a good way for when people want you to get angry, just operate from your higher self. I know it's easy to get pissed and to want to meet anger with anger from like super low vibrational people. Just try to have compassion for people. You know, I mean, you guys know I'm not religious. I mean, I've never even been to church. Um, but pretty sure that was um, one of Jesus's talking points. If I'm wrong, somebody by all means correct me. But it's having compassion for other people, even people who don't deserve it, because those are the people who do need it the most. When you have somebody who's damaged and like, I mean, some narcissists can't really be fixed, but you know, when you have those types of people, when you meet them with their same energy, it doesn't do anything. You can't talk reason into people like that. You have to rise above them and meet them with like understanding and compassion in a way that one doesn't like affect your boundaries, but you know? And that's how maybe we can help some of these people like heal. Um, mhm. Jaelen, are you self-employed? No, you said you quit your job. That's right, Minnie. All right, guys, we have done 0 signs, 40 minutes in, which is cool. I guess if I just went through all the signs really quick, we would just be like every other show on YouTube. So, um, all right, Spirit, what does Jaelen need to know about some of maybe the strengths he's not tapping into? Jaelen, we're definitely gonna go grab a drink when I go visit my mom in Georgia. It's funny, guys. Like I used to be like a serious punk rocker when I was a lot younger. Now I am, but I just, it's more punk rock business casual now for me. But um it's funny when I see, I mean, I'm different, but kind of the same in certain ways. All my friends in Atlanta, and they're so different now. Like, polos and pleated khaki shorts. Um, I can't imagine they still listen to punk music. I guess I'm the only one. Okay. All right, Spirit, what does Jalen need to know? Let's give him a message to kind of cheer him up a little bit, since he's such a uh, beautiful soul and a very handsome young guy at that. By the way, Pam, Christy, if you guys aren't friends with Jalen on Instagram, you should definitely friend him. I know he's very humble. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Wait till you see this guy. I mean, he's out of my league, so I don't know why he was, dapping up my ego so much on the last show. You're leaving Georgia for San Francisco? Wow, that's crazy. Most expensive city in the world. Good luck. All right, Spirit. Can we give Jalen some messages? What does he really need to tap into? Wow, Jalen, I just got such a strange message for you, dude. It took me a second to like almost like reconcile what the hell it even meant. Um, can I get one more? I love you so much, dude. You're all right. I got such an interesting message for you, man. It's so not what I expected for the first. I pulled 2 cards for you. Your hidden, one of your like hidden strengths, or the way that you like unlock your own power, is through when like restriction of things. Like when you, oh, one of my lights just went out. Sorry, guys. Um, like the way you harness and channel like a lot of your power and like your intuitive gifts it's through like those moments where you feel like restricted, or you might feel trapped, and it like brings out this really like really strong energy in you. It's also telling me too, man, and I know you can relate to this. Like I felt it off of you because you're real. I mean, you're like exactly the same as me. Um, like um, practicing a little bit more restriction. Um, with like sex and stuff, just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, like, and it will help to really help harness some of like your power and like your energy. um so it's that's a really interesting message. I can kind of relate to this. I mean, like a lot of people's strength comes from like like having your like literally feeling trapped or having your back against the wall. um and then it's so funny, I'm trying to think of the classiest way to say this. This doesn't even feel like a hidden strength. You just serious like the most radiant intense sexual energy ever. Like everybody on the Marta feels it, Jaelen, and that's a joke just for you because no one else knows about Marta except for you and I. Uh this is like the most phallic card in the deck. Like just an like an such a significant amount of like sexual vigor. But one thing that's actually really interesting, dude, that it's coming out with this, it's about, I think, harnessing it a little bit more, and being a little bit more just like again, you know me, I'm not the person to judge you. All right. Like just being a little bit more selective who gets your energy because it takes from you. And it took from me too, you know? Some people don't deserve it, you know? Um, like, if you just like sleep with a random dude, it probably not like he's gonna feel that and like feel your energy a lot more like afterwards and for like a long time than you will him. Like you probably end up feeling fucking, excuse my language. Guys, I'm really trying to be a little bit less vulgar. Just in case, because I don't yeah, I'm working on it. Um you probably feel drained after you sleep with certain people. They probably feel like galvanized, like they get like energy and like it like it's like a drug to them, gives them energy. And it probably takes from you if you're giving it to the wrong person. um but also it's my dude swinging it for sure, so much love, dude. um hey, it takes time, man. That was tough for me, like for a while, like I mean for a very long time, because I don't do drugs. I mean like occasionally, very occasionally, but like I don't. It's like, I'm just not into it anymore. I filled my quota long ago in my 20s, and I'm a parent, Um but like I would like, my addictions became like sex and stuff for a while. Not in like too devious of a way, but I was just always needing like a connection with somebody. Um and it realized like how much it took away from me. Like I honestly stopped, like when I kind of stopped doing that and was a lot more intentional about dating, my like my intuitive powers like blew up, blew up. It also takes away your creative energy when you give it to other people who don't deserve it, you know? So but that was also a hilarious message that I wasn't surprised about. that you got the Ace of Wands. And you are fire, brother. You're fire energy. So, hey, Maddie. That was a great message. I think I only want to do these messages for chat questions today, by the way. These are fun. All right, let's get Michelle on. And anybody else that messaged me, oh, Meander and Mama, we're going to get you on too, if you're still with us. Actually, you know what? I feel like we need to get, actually, let's get Michelle on. And yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If anybody would like to donate, there's links in my video description. Everything's donation based on this show. Meander and Mama, we're going to get you on next. I was nicer. Maddie, how's your weekend going? Okay. Looks like we don't have Michelle. Michelle, if you're with us, we'll get you back on after. Let's get Meander and Mama on.
Hello.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm good. I didn't expect you to call me so soon, so I have to get my shoes on and go outside to a private place. I'm not bothering my kids.
Do you want me to give you a call back in a second?
Oh no, I can.
Okay.
I'm just getting my shoes.
So I don't even know your name or your nickname. That way we don't have everybody doesn't have to call you Meander and Mama. What can we call you?
You can call me Liz.
Les?
Liz. Lyss.
Okay, Liz. Liz, it's so great to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
I'm so
too.
happy that you stopped back on the channel from a couple days ago. Where do you live? Where are you calling from?
The Midwest. I'm from Ohio. I live amongst the corn and all the agriculture fields.
Oh wow, okay. I remember you saying that. You know, we have so many subscribers from Ohio. It's crazy. I can't figure out if like Ohio or tarot's just really popular in Ohio, or if I'm just well received in Ohio. I can't figure it out, but
a lot of people in Ohio either follow tarot. At least the people that I've met, everybody that I'm hung out with has a tarot deck of some sort or oracle cards. So it must be just an Ohio thing.
Well, it's great to have you on, and Ohio's very lucky to have you. Hey Sarah, so great to see you. Hope you're having a great week. I'm so glad you stopped over. So, Liz, so what's on your mind today?
Well, I'm just a bit confused about my feelings.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm delusional and
you're not
potentially so I felt kind of stuck in ways, and I feel like in my current relationship I haven't I haven't done all the things that I've wanted to do, or it's not a deep emotional relationship, and I've just been seeking more connections with people.
Okay.
On a deeper level, more than just a physical level.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you were watching. My friend Jaelen and I were just talking about that. About I mean, I realized that one, it wasn't healthy for me, and two, it's just not enough sometimes to have just a sex-based connection, So I mean, I do understand so the person you've been seeing, it's just you just haven't been feeling it. Are you guys dating or?
He's been my partner for about 10 years, and the past few years have been really rough. We've had serious disagreements, and I'm not too far into it, but
Okay.
whenever I ask for more, he's well, go find some more. And, he's just kind of just being a jerk about it. Like, go find something else if I'm not enough, So it's like kind of that thing. And it's like, I love him. Like, I love him so much. But like recently, I've just like met people in my life. Like, I come across people and I'm like, oh my gosh, in like another time and space.
Yeah.
Like,
Liz, do you mind if I ask?
Like my.
How old are you?
Yeah. I'm 31.
Okay. The reason I'm 36, by the way. I just want to let you know, I mean, I haven't had a lot of relationships, but I had a relationship that was almost 10 years as well. That ended like maybe like a year and a half ago, like a little longer. And it's, it's tough because I met this girl when she was 21 and I was 25, 26. I don't even recognize like Stefan from 10 years ago. And you probably don't even recognize yourself from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows.
Like, who even was that girl? No idea.
I mean, people change so much. Well, some people for the better, actually not everybody changes. Some people don't, but I could tell you pretty much everybody who's with us now watching, you included, probably has changed so much. If you're into tarot, you understand what it is to like seek like a sense of like personal growth for yourself. And something that was really difficult for me when I ended the relationship was, it sounds like what you were just saying. It was trying to feel like it was growing with somebody and recognizing that I was changing and watching the person that I really have love for really not change at all. In some ways kind of start to regress. You either grow with somebody or you grow apart a lot of times. And I'm sure that's probably really frustrating for you when you're trying to have like an important conversation and he's like, okay, well then just find somebody else. I can't imagine, but that's so insulting. Like it's him. And again, I'm not, I'm sure he's a great guy, but, guys, relationships all about compromise. Like balance is so important in relationships.
And I've mentioned, like how much like I've changed and like it's apparent, not just like, it's just apparent in all aspects of my life, the changes that I've gone through. And, he claims like, he's like, I have never changed. I'm the same person as when you met me. And I'm like, that's crazy considering, like, we're like 2 kids later and things like that, like those big life events, like that's not, you celebrate, you come out of my vagina and you're telling me that's going to change? Like those types of things. Like I'm like, wow, okay. So like we're just like completely on like 2 different like wavelengths, and like I'm starting to understand that he doesn't understand how I'm feeling, and
I don't think he understands.
Like, honest,
I don't think sounds like he doesn't understand himself. It's funny the way that you told me, like how he said that he's perceiving being the same person as like a good thing. Like, and are you guys still together?
We are still together.
Okay.
We are still together. It's just been a rough few years.
Yeah. Listen,
it's just like
I get
it. Like roommates almost.
I know. I get it. I mean, for everybody watching, I was just like laughing with Jaelen about, and everybody knows I kind of, I try to make jokes about like my problems. Because, we talk about some really heavy shit on this show, excuse my language. We do, and we get so I always try to bring a little bit of like lightheartedness into it to like kind of water it down. But like, I mean, you guys know, like I talk about like my, like, I guess connection to like sex and like, like all the sexual energy I carried around when I was with that person for 10 years, like, yeah, I felt like roommates the last like year or two. Like we were like barely having sex, which is crazy to me because I'm like such a sexual person. And a lot of times I feel like that starts happening when we don't feel close to somebody or connected. You guys have two
Yeah,
kids,
because
you
like you know,
said?
you're just trying to like grasp that whatever connection you can get with them, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's what he does to me because like we don't talk about anything else
Yeah.
unless like we're like being physical or unless it's like a chore or something like that. You know, like it's
Yeah.
never like we have like these deep conversations. But he's also a very analytical person. I'm not like he's not spiritual at all, and I'm totally
Yeah.
like all over the place with that. So we're like complete opposites,
Well, to me,
which like I
that's
used to think
okay. You know, like,
was like a
yeah.
good thing.
No,
But now
like,
it's like I kind of want somebody to connect with on a deeper level that sees
yeah.
things like the way I see them. And you know, I recently like met people where it's like I said, in a different time and space, like wow, and like you know, I get like those chills around like
Yeah.
certain people that I've met, like, and
So,
I'm just like wondering, am I delusional for
no,
feeling these
Liz.
feelings? Like,
So,
could you
Liz,
know, am I
so
in the wrong place?
here's the thing. So, first off, I don't look at him not being spiritual as a negative. And for anybody watching, it's always a preference. Some people prefer to be in like perfect alignment, like about beliefs. I am not somebody
Mm.
who inherently feels like the person I need to be with is spiritual. However, what I do think is necessary is that you can have an open conversation, like that's kind of rooted in like respect and openness, about being able to talk about different ideas. And I know might sound a little
Without
idealistic.
being mocked.
Yeah, like to me, I
Yeah.
love like talking. I would never want to date somebody who believes all the same things I do. That's so boring. And I know a lot of people don't like to be open and have kind of like healthy debates and like or disagreements or like just talk about different ideas. But I think that's really special. And listen, Liz, I know that you're kind of new to me in the show. Um, listen, I just want you to know, and for everybody else watching, guys, this is not the channel, and I am not the person here like that's gonna placate anybody and just tell you what you want to hear. Um, I also try to be very respectful and come from like a grounded place when I'm trying to give someone advice. Because at the end of the day, you guys know yourself better, and it would be really like arrogant of me to try to tell anybody what to do, ever with their life. And more so, guys, that's why I don't like to answer certain questions like in tarot, because it just feels very arrogant and insincere. No, but nobody should be telling you like to make like a yes or no choice on a really big life decision who doesn't know you. That's for you to make. But Liz, what I was really kind of winding up to say is, um, I I mean, I know what I want to tell you, and I just can tell you that it's coming from like a place of love and good intention. It might be kind of heavy, and I'm gonna pull some cards on it. But I mean, if you're okay hearing how I like what I'm perceiving, what you're saying, and like maybe what you should think about, if you're okay hearing that, and just taking whatever you can out of it, I'd love to share it with you. But I don't feel like we really can heal or grow unless we're willing to like speak uncomfortable truths to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because sounds like you're dating somebody that I exactly like I dated. And the first card that came out for you is this. Are you watching it or listening, by the way?
I'm listening because my phone's so quiet. For some
Okay.
reason, I can't turn it up, so I thought I'd have it up to my ear.
Well, this will be on my page if you want to go back and rewatch to see the cards. But
Okay.
the first card that came out is 501. This is like a card of like just conflict, fighting, disagreements, like hassles. It's also a card of competition that doesn't relate to you here. It's a card of just conflict and arguments and like just kind of like discord. Um and I want to pull another card for you. Liz, I gotta tell you, before I'd like to pull cards just to clarify how I'm feeling, but I don't even feel like I need to pull cards yet. Liz, I just want you to know this. The hardest part for me walking away um from the person I was with, and I didn't have kids with her, but I knew like I met her 6 months after my daughter was born, who's 11. So my daughter had known her whole life. And that adds a nuanced element to it. And I was at like the last year, I was at a place where I was so depressed, miserable in our relationship that was so unbalanced. I felt like I was taking care of two kids. And by the way, guys, this person that I'm talking about, I am not here to defame my ex-girlfriends. She has a good heart and she's a really good person. I have nothing but love for her. But you know, ultimately it's not we can't fix people. That's just a side note. But I ended up.
It doesn't mean that like they're bad people. It just means
No.
that like we're just not compatible. And it's like if anything did happen between us in the future, like I would always like love him so
Liz,
much. Like I wouldn't like wish any ill will upon him or anything. You
Liz,
know,
the worst lie I told myself was that somehow I was helping. It was a benefit to my daughter to stay with somebody who I was constantly fighting with, that I was completely disconnected from and unhappy with. Like it was a benefit to her to stay with somebody like that. And I just want you to know it's not. And I know it's tough to walk away from something that you're used to. Like that's why people stay in bad relationships. I think it's because it's a comfort thing. And it's scary. It's scary to do the, you know, to be the fool, like take a leap of faith in something that you know is right for you, but that's unknown. And Liz, you're younger than me. I gotta tell you, your life is not over, and you don't need to, like, your life doesn't, you don't have to tell yourself that this is the best you can have for yourself, you know? And listen, I'm not trying to get you to break up with your boyfriend. That's crazy. But listen, if you're not happy and you feel like you're making the effort to try to at least fix something or make or improve it, and somebody is not interested in that, that that might not be somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. You know, like especially, I mean, you guys met when you were so young, you know? I mean, we grow into different people. I mean, you really don't, I don't think that your brain doesn't fully form until you're 26 years old.
Right.
And you know what? Staying together in a bad relationship that your kids will grow up like as they get older, they will feel. You can't hide it. You can do your best to hide it. They will feel that and it will affect them, to me, I believe, worse than doing the right thing and separating if you can amicably. Like my daughter is so much, I mean, it was tough for her at first, but it was so clear I made the right choice, you know? But all I just wanted to say is it doesn't have to be, oh, in a different time and place. This is the present now, you know? Why would you deprive yourself of someone or something, um, for someone who you don't feel like you're connecting with, like who doesn't understand you, you know?
Yeah, and what you said resonated with me a lot because my oldest, he's actually been around since she's been in diapers. She's not biologically his,
Okay.
but you know, basically,
Yeah.
and he's always referred to her as like his own daughter and things like that. So that's kind of like I'm kind of in the same boat as you. It's like that's all like she's ever known.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if I want to like repeat that same cycle with my second daughter, but I am just like unhappy. Like the kids are happy and I see how he interacts with like the kids and things and they're all right.
And my ex was amazing with
not.
My ex like was amazing with my daughter. Like obviously I wish there was like some elements that she did differently, but like they had a great relationship. You know, my daughter like cried when we told her. And that was really tough for me. It was the thing I avoided. But we got through it and she grew to understand why. Like she's 11 now and she's really smart. Um, but you know, it's I think it's okay to be scared about doing something and feeling scared. It's not okay to let fear make decisions for you in your life.
Mhm.
And only you will know like what's going to feel right with this person, but I don't subscribe to you having to just say, well, I guess I'm just going to be unhappy forever, because your kids will still have a good relationship with him if you want, and if you guys separate, you know.
Mhm.
And you know how, guys, you know what, you know how I felt validated I made the right choice. My ex, she never even contacts my daughter anymore, doesn't even reach out to her. And I know that it's because she's got a lot of problems that she needs to work through, but that just tells me that, like, you know, I did make the right choice. And your kids can still have a great relationship with him if you ever decide to separate. And you know what? It might show them something like really empowering to see that you guys can still be like friendly and non-toxic to each other, even apart. And I know that it takes time, but guys, I need to say this to everybody. I started this channel to try and like inspire and create real change in people's lives, the way that like I was able to do that in my life, and the way I'm still trying to, you know. Um being bold and like following your heart is scary. It's not easy. If it was, we'd have a much better world. And we are so attached to like these ideas that we don't deserve like more than the bare minimum for ourselves. And we would rather like we'd rather be sad with something that we know rather than take a chance on ourselves to really and truly be happy. And I love everybody that's watching this show. Liz, I love you too. And I want to see everybody be happy. I want to see everybody live their best lives and stop living in fear. Like, if nobody should ever be able to take away something that means something to you, especially when, you know, you're operating from like real good intention. And Liz, it sounds like you are desperately trying to operate from like a place of like true intention, trying to fix and like work on something. And I get it. I spent so much time trying to like fix and repair and like have like so many conversations in that relationship to try to fix it, because that was something that I realized was like kind of toxic of mine. I didn't know when
Mhm.
to walk away from things.
Mhm.
I would overinvest in people who showed me that they weren't willing to invest anything in me, even put in half of the effort that I was. And it, I mean, the result is you feel energetically drained. It feels unbalanced. Um, Listen, we're going to pull cards for advice. I just want you to know I understand what you're going through, and I know it's not easy. I know that decisions like this, like they change the whole course of our life. I mean, talk about a new cycle, right? Um, I just want you to feel like this isn't your only choice. And if you choose to stay with him, I have nothing but respect for your choice. But if you're not happy, like like reach out and at least try to grab your happiness. Okay? Life is
Mhm.
too short to be living wrong, Liz. And you're so young. You're so young. I mean, I'm 36. Like I had to start over on my own like like a year and a half ago. And I got to tell you, it was sad. I can't tell you the relief I felt when she actually moved out. I felt like this weight lift off me. And I know that there's always finances tied to kids, things like that. But you're not doing yourself, him for that matter, or your kids a service by staying in a relationship that's probably going to get more like stormy, like the longer, and you're going to start to feel more resentful as you get
Mhm.
older. And I can promise you what you don't want to happen is wake up and be 42 and feel like he stole your life from you and you resent him for having
right.
Do you know what and that will happen because I was starting to resent her. And I know that's a heavy thing to say to you, but you know what? I'm sure Pam understands. Pam, I'm sure you can relate to that. Pam's a little bit older than me. You know, it's we don't get time back. You know, you can still meet somebody who understands you, and you can still have a good relationship with him, and your kids can still have a good relationship with him too. But your happiness needs to come first, because if it doesn't, I promise you, it's going to start affecting everybody in your home's happiness. We need to look after ourselves first, always. It's about practicing self-love for ourselves. We can't love other people. We can't even love our kids the right way if we don't know how to love ourselves and do right by ourselves. Hey, Elaine, so good to see you. I was wondering when you were going to stop by. Liz, let's pull some cards for you. I know this is super heavy. I know this is a heavy conversation. That's not lost on me. It just makes my heart hurt to see people like go through things like this and feel like they don't have a choice. Like it broke my heart when you said, "Oh, well, like I guess in a different time and place." You know? I mean, I get it. I get it. Do you have like family? Do you have support around you where you are?
Not really, no.
Okay. I understand that too.
I'm kind of estranged from my parents. I mean, like we see each other like once a year, twice a year.
Listen, I get that too.
You know, they always really haven't been there for me, even when I had my like oldest daughter when I was like in high school and stuff. So ever since then, it's kind of like I haven't been really close with them.
I get that.
Like I kind of just am over here, and I also put like friendships on hold. And recently, I started making friends. You know, because I felt like I was in a place to be a good friend to somebody and like be available to somebody. You know, because I felt like my whole youth, I was just overrun by like responsibilities, and I couldn't be a good friend to people because I had my own problems going on.
I mean,
like,
listen,
so recently I started making friends, so that's a good thing. I'm not completely isolated.
I think that shows a level of real self-awareness. That's actually I have a lot of respect for you that you can acknowledge that. Listen, I want to tell you the cards that came out. I am having a hard time wrapping my head around it, but it's Liz, you got such significant cards. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You got the 10 of Pentacles, Liz. Do you remember what I said about like this would be like making a change like this in your life is like a serious cycle closing? I am truly blown away that the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of like ushering in new positive change in your life, like real change. Like this again, this is about closing out chapters and cycles, and starting something new, like something better, like something better always. And the card that came in after is the 10 of Pentacles. This is the most significant card in tarot. Again, this is another 10 is a number of a cycle closing completion. It's a number of like permanence. It's actually a number of abundance too. Ooh, this is heavy. We just got the Wheel of Fortune and a 10. This is crazy. Spirit, can we get one more card? Liz, do not let your attachment to the material lead your decision making. And you know exactly what I mean, because we all do it, because we're human beings. We're human beings. Like
I know I like built a life, and it's like all of this life that I had built.
I get it.
Around me,
stability, security. It's stability and security, for better or worse. It's a huge part of our life. Like I mean, I know quite a few people here watching know this about me already. like I'm a single dad. Like, one of the things that held me up too, maybe subconsciously, um, was like when I got into that relationship, like how it was going to affect. Because guys, I essentially before January or February, I worked 50 hours a week, like in a corporate suit and tie job. I was traveling for work a lot. Um, like it was a lot as a single parent, like having to figure that aspect out with the kids. My parents don't live close by to me either. My father lives like 2 hours away. My mom lives in Georgia. Um, but I just want you to know, like, whatever choice you make, Liz, when you make the right choices, things are a lot easy. Things will work out a lot easier than you think. I know it's easy to start projecting out, like, oh well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? You do right by yourself, and things will work out. And you know, if you feel like you need to have a real conversation with him, you gotta come from a like your heart space and let him know how you're feeling. And maybe, like, hey, it doesn't seem like either of us are really happy. Like, is this something that we really want to work on together? Because, I'm willing to work on it, but if you feel like you aren't, like, I just want you to know, like, I care about you, and I'd rather have us separate and be friends and like be able to like not hate each other so we can both really be happy and so like our kids can be happy, um and like we can support each other because divorces and like separate because I was never married, but separations don't always have to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it seems like he really cares about the kids, which is so beautiful. I mean, this guy doesn't seem like a bad. I'm not getting that he's like a shitty person, Liz. It sounds like he's actually got some really great qualities, and I'm sure he's got quite a few if you've been with him that long. Clearly, he's a good
Mm-hmm.
parent. Does that mean somebody's right for us? Absolutely not. Um, and you know, being a good parent, like just because somebody doesn't want to change or grow, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just might mean that they're not right for us. A lot of people are happy being exactly who they are the rest of their lives. I'm not. I know you're not
Mm-hmm.
either. I'm a double Scorpio. I need to constantly rise from my own ashes. um like that's part of my journey. And I think that if you feel like, listen, you already know where your heart is on things, and the most important part is expressing that in a thoughtful way to him, and um and maybe coming from his perspective too, because it sounds like maybe he's not happy too. Like maybe if you express that too, like I don't know. Listen, there's always a way to communicate with someone, but I think that you need to express how you're feeling, um and that you're feeling like this, you question the relationship because you are. If you're thinking, oh,
Hey,
different time and
hey,
place.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have to go. My
Okay.
my partner's sitting out the door yelling at me to come
Okay.
inside.
Liz, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna call you on Instagram
Okay.
off the air. I really want to talk to you more about this. Okay. Hey,
Okay.
I love you. Everybody in the chat, send Liz love. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna pull one more card. You got the Pentacle card, Eight of Pentacles. Keep working. Work towards what you want in your life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Liz, much love. Okay, we're gonna talk soon. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Ugh. I love Liz. Everybody, let's send Liz good energy. It'll never stop amazing me, like the connections I feel to what all of you deal with. Like I know it might sound like kind of just like a talking point when I say that, like I really feel like you guys all mirror me, and like have go through similar things just on different timelines. It's so true. Like she's going through exactly what I went through, more or less. And that was the toughest decision I think I've ever made in my life. It was the scariest, but the second I made it, I instantly knew it was the right one. It's so easy to make the wrong choices, or it's so easy to not make any choice for ourselves that we know is wrong. And if anybody's been in a long relationship, they know what I'm talking about. Because eventually, life passes us by, and we just end up getting resentful. And we direct it at other people when really it's our fault. You know, if we stay with somebody for 20 years and after 10, we know we should be separating from them, it's not their fault. It's our fault. It's our fault for allowing ourselves to not do anything about it. So, let's send Liz our strength. She really needs it. We know what you're going through, Liz. We really do. Just remember what's on the other side for you of a big life choice. You got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. So, talk about some serious cycles closing. Elaine, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. Yeah, Christy, 10-year relationship. Everybody watching, thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get Michelle on. Let's try to call Michelle again. And then we'll pull some cards.
Hello.
Michelle, hello. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I'm hanging in there.
It's great to hear your voice finally. So it's so great to have you on too. How are you today?
I'm here. I'm alive. I'm doing good, I guess,
That's
at
good.
this point in my life, I guess I can say I can resonate very, very much with both you, Liz.
Yeah.
Mine's 20 years.
20. Hey,
20 years.
Guys, it's an age-old story. It's an age-old story.
He had a child before. I had 2 children before. We have one together. Life's throwing a lot of circular motions, and I'm done taking a sledgehammer to a wall that keeps building and building and building and building. And I can't keep yelling to get communication through. The barrier just keeps happening, and so that's part of my story. That's as deep as I'll go at this point in mine.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know what? I'm proud of you, and so is everybody else. I know Christy's proud of you because she went through it too. I'm sure Pam did too. It takes a lot of strength to walk away, and then something that we know isn't meant for us. And damn, does it feel good in hindsight after we do it, doesn't it, everybody?
And I'm still in the process. See, this is the thing, is I'm still in that process, and that's the hardest part because
you finished the hardest part, Michelle. The hardest part is speaking it to into existence and putting it out there. But yeah.
And I'm about 10 years your senior, so I just turned 47 on the 28th of March. So I've been we had some stuff happen about 5 years ago, and we tried to 6 years now. Tried to rebuild, did some counseling, tried to rebuild it. It just doesn't always work for people.
It doesn't always work.
Are miraculous.
Yeah.
But he says I gave up my faith. I didn't give up my faith. There's just a lot of things that he wouldn't. Faith in my relationship, faith in general, because I believe in working. I'm working with tarot and things like that, and I'm not just, because to him the tarot was not good, and so it's just,
people are afraid of what they don't understand. There's nothing bad about tarot. It doesn't have any. I mean, it doesn't go against any sort of faith or religion. It helps us understand ourselves.
I'm in the okay. I had something recently happen that's like, because I've been alone for a long time, even though I've been in a relationship, in my marriage, in my relationship,
it might, it's hard. Some people will resonate with how it feels to be alone, to walk with someone and being like ghosts, being in the same room together.
Wow, Michelle, well
And,
said. That was very beautiful and insightful. I really, that like really hit home for me. I know exactly how you feel. It's like feeling alone, like when you're not alone, and that's it. Yeah, I felt, you know what? I felt more alone in a bad relationship than I ever did by myself. So I know what how you feel. Yeah. Well said.
So, in the midst of all of this, my portion of this is that I started following tarot a few months ago, just really getting in depth, and I was just chatting to people online, da da da, not online like dating sites, nothing like that, nothing like that. But I was in a particular tarot site and just following along, da 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 da, and I met someone, and it's crazy because
Leo.
we had
You
tarot
met
reading.
Leo.
Yes, yes, I met Leo.
Maria, thank you so much for thanks so much for tuning in. Well, I have a caller on now. So I'd love to take you after. Please just send me a message on Instagram. And I can call you through the Instagram app when Michelle and I are finished with our reading. And guys, for anybody watching, ooh, you're from Norway? Skål! I love.
Oh wow.
Sorry, I'm talking to chat people too. But anyway, yeah, for anybody watching, the person that Michelle's talking about, Leo, he found my channel, and he actually recommended it to Michelle. That's how I met Michelle. So yeah. But yeah, continue, Michelle.
Well, we weren't. Neither of us were looking. We weren't looking for anything. Just happened.
Yeah.
We bonded on songs like songs that bands that we knew.
I love
and we were
that.
Talking in our chat that way.
I had a really strong connection too with someone over music. It's like really spiritual. You can like connect with people through music. Music's very powerful, guys. You know?
Yes, it is, because I said long ago that I would marry the guy. My forever person would be the guy who knew who a particular band was, because I grew up with the band, and no one has known the band since I've ever mentioned it. He knew exactly who they were. And I was like, no, you Googled it. He's like, no, I did not. And so we started talking, and things are going great, but I have a big life change I need to make. I'm in Washington. He's in Rhode Island.
You mentioned that,
and
yeah.
he has younger kids. He has younger kids. So I'm the one. My kids are older and grown, because I have 4 of my own, or 3 of my own biologically, and I'm it would be me that would make the change, and we're just playing this. We're trying to figure this out, because neither of us have ever really been in a long distance style relationship. It's difficult because you talk online, you talk over the phone,
Yeah. Geez, I mean, I can't imagine that's a lot of sexual tension to build up. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm sorry. I'm being cheeky. Continue.
No, that's okay. I am a Scorpio moon, so I'm an Aries sun, Scorpio moon, Gemini rising, so and Aries Venus. So there we go. I'm very heavy in the placements of the major arcana placements. So,
yeah.
What is it? And he's a Cancer, so he's.
Oh yes, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio moon as well. So Michelle, what do you think should we just try to get some advice from the universe for you, or?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't want to jinx him and I. That's what I feel like if I ask questions like that. I feel like, would it jinx us?
Well,
because we're kind of questioning a few things right now. I think he's feeling a little bit awkward. I'm feeling a little bit awkward because we really want to be with each other. We wanted to make this happen. And
well, Michelle, I love you for saying that, and everybody else who knows me, I am the one guy who never wants to step in the way of the universe. That's why a lot of times I won't even answer certain chat questions. So on that note, and I don't believe in jinxing stuff, but I do believe in getting in the way of the universe by giving people wrong answers. And I unfortunately think there's there's an abundance of that happening on YouTube.
Our back history is this. Our back history is this. We have had tarot readings done since we've both been in chats together, and they're very strong that we are life partners and that we have had a past life together, and so that we've been, and some of our experiences mirror a little bit, kind of twin flame. But I'm on the fence about that piece, but
yeah.
It's very strong with us. So I think either both of us never really ever felt like this before for anything.
Yeah.
And so it's not only scary, it's like being at home.
Oh,
And then you get scared and then you stand away back because you're like, am I really at home? Do I really feel this? Is this really
for
actually
sure.
Because neither of us have been able to have happiness. We've
Yeah.
neither of us have ever,
Michelle,
just feel that.
I love some of the things you say. They really like hit home with me, and I know exactly what you mean. I mean, first off, we always know if something's meant for us. We always do. And being able to differentiate what's meant for us and somebody like manipulating us and like love bombing us into thinking that something's meant for us is different. But I actually heard a tarot reader say this recently, and I thought it was so poignant, and it's kind of speaking to what Michelle just said. Like when we're used to bad, like unhealthy dynamics in relationships, the first time we feel something that's true and real, and not toxic and authentic, it scares the shit out of you. It feels wrong.
I just said that. I just was thinking that you took the words out of my brain.
It feels wrong. Something feels off. You're gonna second guess it. It's gonna feel off to you. Like, why isn't this person telling me they love me after a week? You'll know. Like, I actually told that to this girl that I went on a date with last night. But you know what? Pull yourself back down. Like, something like real, it takes time to really get to know somebody in an authentic way. But yeah, it's scary as hell when you feel something. And I know exactly what you mean. It's honestly, that's like your mind and like your body kind of clearing out the rest of like the shadow, like for you to really like sit in the feelings. Michelle, I pulled 3 cards while you were talking. Truly spectacular. Okay. Couldn't be more on point with like what you're saying. And such beautiful energy. The first card that came out was Temperance. This is this is a card of harmony, balance. It's a card of divine timing too, which is so.
And that's what I feel. That exactly. That's exactly where we're at.
It's speaking to your relationship with him, and that it's developing in like a really harmonious, balanced, beautiful way. In exactly the timeline it was meant to, like the time it's taking for you guys to meet and come together. This is all part of it. It's so you guys can really build something like beautiful and substantial before then. And if that's not crazy enough, the card that came out after that is the Ten of Swords, which is so beautiful, guys. I'm getting a couple messages with this. One, it's speaking to what Michelle and I were just kind of like reflecting on, like how old relationships impact our feelings and potentially our ability to be present in a good relationship. It's also what's really beautiful about this card too is it's a card of endings and new beginnings. Like it's a card of completing cycles. Like to me, this signifies like kind of acknowledgement of those wounds and like how they impact like our new relationships, and letting them go and like not holding on to them, but remembering them like for lessons that we can learn. I mean, this is the card of new beginnings and endings. And if that wasn't enough, everybody, guess what the third card was? The Ace of Cups. I can't make this stuff up. this is a new, I mean, this is a new overflowing, it's something brand new. Aces are something new. It's an overflowing offer of emotion, like intimacy, love, like like just all the good stuff, all the things that we want. Some, like, you know, like, to speak to Liz, all the things that maybe she feels like is the gap with her person.
When you can sing this Destiny Street theme song together, off tune, back and forth, being silly. It's amazing. It's just like I've never had, like, we just get silly, and sometimes it's even more silly.
When you can when you can be your authentic self and not be judged. Hey Leo, just in time. We got some crazy car. If you missed any of this, you can rewind it.
He's listening or watching.
But
he's probably listening or watching. But
one thing that I love about Aces too, especially with the Cup card, to me, like, it's one thing if Two of Cups show up. To me, like, when I see the cloud, like, and the hand extending, to me, this always, like, the way it resonates for me personally is it only shows up, like, when we really do the right thing and do right by ourselves, and, like, the universe sees us for it and they reward us for it. Like, it's like them helping to bring something together, like, in time, like something that might have required us to be patient or trusting, something that might have, like, required us to really, like, shine the light on some of those, like, scars that we have and how they might impact, like, a future connection that's meant for us. Because, guys, even somebody who's truly perfect, like a Prince Charming who, you know, will never tell a lie, if we have been cheated on and we are still holding on to, like, that anxious attachment style, we are going to be like, we're not going to trust the most honest person. We're going to be suspicious of somebody who speaks from their heart, because we're not really in our heart space. So it's, I mean, to me, you really had to trust in this process, like, even before Leo, like, trying to really find, like, a balance, like, in your own peace and, like, what's important to you.
And that's where I've been. That's where I've been. So not to cut you off in that direction, but that's where you've been in this whole time. And it's just breaking away from the old pieces and following the new pieces. And this is like, when you feel like home is what it is. I felt happy
Michelle,
and home. And
this message could not have been more clear. This could not have been more clear. And
he just messaged me to tell me, what? I got on YouTube and I hear you talking. So,
I mean, these three cards just speak so, like, so deeply to you, like, to what you've been through, to your patience, to, like, the trust that you guys have had to have in yourself and others, like, and each other, excuse me, to, like, let this, like, play out. And you, I mean, having to overcome your old wounds, which are, like, briefly, like, creep up as doubt, and it's really going to pay off for you too. This is going to be such a beautiful, open, like, just true connection. And the fourth card, which is so fun, just as funny, you got the Three of Wands. It's about, like, moving, new adventures, looking towards the future. It's a card of, like, foresight, exploration. It's like you two are, like, both looking forward, like, with excitement and passion towards like, land that you've never, like, that's uncharted, if you will. It's like
starting from zero. It's like as if we start from zero. We have nothing.
It's an adventure.
We have nothing but our heart to offer. We are offering just our hearts to each other, and then you build from that direction up. You go from nothing to something like a dynasty together, and that is what both of us have always dreamt of and always wanted and wanted to feel. And that's where I feel, and it's just it's amazing.
It is. You know what? And you earned it. You fucking earned it. You should be proud of yourself. You know? It takes so much courage to walk away from something and take a chance on what you know to be right. I mean, I know how you feel. I mean, I'm doing it right now, you know? Like, I mean, I walked away from a whole life of real financial like comfort and stability to do this like without really thinking about the financial aspect because I feel like this is the work I need to be doing to help other people. So I know what it's like, but you're doing it. You guys are doing it. I mean, it's a card of adventure and like the unknown, like exploration.
Fishing. I can't wait to go fishing. I can't wait to go bowling. I can't wait to do. I can't wait to get out and be adventurous and
That's the spirit.
build art together. That's.
We only got one life to live, guys.
I was feeling so down. That's the thing is I got in my head, like you were saying, you get in your head with those old wounds.
Yeah.
And that just you can't you need that confirmation to be able to say no, no, this is
we know what's right for us. Always. We always know what's right for us. And for all the people that I love out there, I'm here to help. We all know what's right for us. You guys don't even need me like to give you don't need permission to be happy. And some of us are afraid to get permission. Some of us know what the truth is, and we're afraid to be told what we already know. But you guys don't even need me. You know, we all know what's right for us, and we can feel it. And if we've been through a lot of shit, we know when something feels scary and why, and like when it's coming from a toxic place or like an unhealthy attachment. That's a huge thing with me. Now I feel extremely discerning of like emotions and feelings. Like when I'm feeling anxious, I can identify if it's like rooted in something like healthy or not, and knowing how to listen to that. And it feels great. Feels great to do that.
And here's my advice to anybody else out there in the sense of don't give up. Don't things come in unlikely ways. You find things in unlikely ways, but the thing is that there's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot of growth. There's still a lot of things. I mean, I'm in my late 40s, but I still have more. But the thing is I'm just done allowing everybody else's opinions to drive who I am or what I want in my life or for me, and have seeking approval all the time. And I was always like that. When you did my reading the other day, I carry burdens that I hide, and I'm a very strong person. Everyone says how strong I am, how funny I am, how smiley I am, da da da. But inside, there is so much that I've had to carry, and I was in a relationship where I carried it all. Yeah. And that person just walked alongside. And I'm not trying to dog the person I was with. Yeah. But it was a safe zone. Yeah. And a safe zone in karmic relationship is done at that point, and it's time to be happy, time to be healthy, time to do what I was meant to do. So
absolutely. Michelle, thank you for bringing such like beautiful messages to everybody. I mean, I know they meant a lot to me. They really did. You know, you're speaking my language, girl. You know, like, I mean, the things that you were saying about not being afraid, to just be you, and like just throwing it out to like throwing caution to the wind as far as how other people are going to view you. It's a scary thing. I mean, guys, I was born like without the part of my brain that makes me self-conscious, but I've certainly, like, I could tell you it was there's moments of doubt before I started doing this, how I would be viewed. I mean, talk about a self-limiting belief. You know, we really have to let go of our ego. Like, if we're not trying to do something for the wrong reason, like if you try to do something to get attention, or you're being fake, or you're not being sincere, like, yeah, you will be judged for, like, you can absolutely be judged for that. But like, if you're doing something from like a real place of passion, and like you feel like you're doing something for like the right reasons, if people will see that, and the people who don't understand it are intimidated, afraid, or jealous. And and none of those types of people need to be in your life. And if they can't understand it, then they shouldn't be in
Well,
your
the
life
other thing
either.
is you can't give up on your faith either. You can't, you guys, you can't give up on your faith either. When someone says, "Oh, that's this," there are certain elements that you give up because they're the negative powers that be get involved in there. But the faith has kept me through knowing and knowing that there is a higher power or God in my instance. And I know, Stefan, you were saying something about Jesus, but not really knowing, you just kind of knowing. But what came to my mind on people and judging people and judgment is he met a woman at a well, and she was an adulteress, and he knew about her. And she says, "Well, why are you sharing the water with me?" So he said, "Because it's not from I'm not. It's not for me to judge who you are,
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is that we're worried about judgment from other people so much that it drives us in directions.
It
drives us
does.
to stay in marriages and relationships, and it's terrible.
I know, Michelle,
but-
and truthfully, that's my biggest qualm with a lot of institutional religions. It's not the religion itself; it's the people who try to use it like for their like to support their own personal beliefs. Like, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really know anything about like Christianity or being Catholic. I mean, my grandparents were like straight off the boat, super traditional Roman Catholic Italians. But like, I've never been to church, but I know. I mean, the one thing I do know is like, you know, I know that Jesus wanted us all to be compassionate and loving and accepting of others. If I don't know anything else about Christianity and that message alone, of course I agree with that. I mean, I'm not Christian, but I mean, that's a timeless message. That's why I'm here. So we can all try to live in that energy. It's the right energy.
Yeah.
So yeah. But Michelle, it was so great to have you on.
All those cards. Thank you for that confirmation in a sense, because I really wasn't. I think in a sense I was asking for sort of a confirmation, but not really, and scared because
Yeah. Well, it was really great to hear your voice, and you definitely have some really beautiful and like powerful things to say. So I know we're all really grateful to have you part of the White Dog
Right, when you're
Collective.
told you're an earth angel, somehow you got to figure that one out. And why people who, especially people with disabilities, are drawn directly to me. Somehow there's something there. So I'll learn who I really am maybe someday. I'm still learning every day.
You already have. So Michelle, thank you so much, and can't wait to have you
You're
back
welcome.
on soon. And yeah, keep in touch.
Thank you.
So, okay.
Thank you, and you're amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, bye, Michelle.
All right. Bye.
All right, what a great call. Good calls today. Wow, Michelle had some really powerful things to say. I felt like she was taking a lot of words right out of my mouth. Really beautiful. Such beautiful things to say. Hey, Roa, great to see you. Yeah, thank you guys all so much. Good show today. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling really good. I slept well last night. Finally. So okay. Let's see. We have quite a few messages coming in here. We got another request. Okay. We got Adam here. Let's see. And yeah, for anybody new, Maria, oh, you only have WhatsApp? Oh shoot, did we lose Maria from Norway? Guys, I'm gonna do some research tomorrow. Maybe there's a better platform to take calls than Instagram. I guess I could do more than one if need be. I'm sure we could do WhatsApp. Yeah. Well, you know what? If and when we ever get a little bit of funding for this show, I'm gonna invest more money into making it work a little bit better. Like I might get like a toll-free telephone number Because I was thinking if I get like just a number from Google Voice, I mean, people in like India can't call that, or else they're going to be paying like $10,000 per minute. So that's next on the docket in due time. Um, so okay. So for everybody who's just tuning in, thank you guys so much. This is what I think I'm going to do. Let's actually, does anybody in the chat want? You know what? I'm going to do. Guys, should I do Earth, Air, water, fire signs? We're going to do one of the element signs. We'll pull some cards. And then we'll take our halftime intermission so I can go pee and let my dogs out. Air. Okay, air it is. And then we'll come back on and we'll take some more calls. And we can find out some more superpowers. But I feel like we have to do the signs because I did put that as the title of the video. And I feel like after we finish streaming live, people are gonna wanna still watch it. So and thank you guys all for the generous donations tonight. That was really sweet of everybody. I means so much to me to see donations coming in for the channel. It does feel very validating. So okay, so let's do some air signs. Gemini. Let's start with Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Spirit. For all the Gemini sun, moon, rising placements. Do you guys want to keep doing secret powers and abilities, or should we do whatever comes out since we're just starting? Any preference, anybody, while I'm shuffling? Roa, that's really what I'm set up for right now. I don't want to spend too much time fiddling around with any new apps because I'm so bad with the computer thing. So yeah, right now phone calls are only through the Instagram app. If anybody does have any other solutions, though, please message me off air. Okay. Let's do unlocked potential, superpowers, hidden gifts. Let's get some good messages today. Gemini. Beautiful. Oh, such beautiful energy, Gemini. Gemini, Spirit really wants you to know that your ability, whether you know or not, seemingly you might feel it, but again, all these messages are things that we might inherently feel about ourselves, but we're afraid to really step into. You are like a natural leader. You're born to lead. And the reason for that is your ability to kind of look towards the future with like real foresight and confidence and passion. And what that like skill and ability is rooted in is the energy that you emit to everybody. Like the magnetic, like just brightness of your personality, of you like being able to be confident, passionate, see things that haven't been seen, like project in like a good way, in a way that really inspires other people. and it comes from a place of you being in your authentic, like you just really only existing in your authentic self. Like, this is a card of clarity, seeing things clearly, even things that maybe aren't right in front of us. Like, just being inspirational, like being a light, a source of light for others. Um, Not compromising who you are, not watering yourself down, um, because you think it will make you more appealing to others. Like, standing in your authentic self, being comfortable in your own skin in a way that, I mean, people look, that just radiates leadership. Like, it radiates leadership. It radiates an energy where people look to you to make the choices, to to take inspired, creative like steps towards the future. You have real leadership qualities. I also suspect you're extremely creative, Gemini. Um, you're somebody who, um, like, what you say holds weight to people. Like, the words that you speak, people listen to, and that's also kind of like a, not a warning, but it's something you always need to remember too. Everything you say, like, people hold on to. So if you don't use that energy like in a channeled, constructive, positive way, it can create some damage. Like, it can create real damage. Um, we all have shadow sides and light sides. Um, it's being able to galvanize others around you around goals is the greatest blessing, and it's also the greatest curse too. um I mean, those people in their shadow sides, we're talking like historically, like dictators, like people who like who are the result of like genocide in countries. But it's also an energy of people like Martin Luther King, energy of people who can really like inspire others around a cause, people who radiate sun energy. So really beautiful, Gemini. Um, okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, guys, this will be fun today. We're not going to get any super dark messages since we're doing everybody's like untapped potential. They sure are. Hey, Michelle, great to meet you. Thanks for joining us. If you're new, I'm Stefan. For anybody new, who's been tuning in, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. We do a show every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Christy, who are you talking to? Pam? Christy, Pam, you guys are definitely getting my first super chat free badges once I'm eligible. I think I need a total of 3,000 watch hours to start doing the super chats and things like that. So um we're getting there though. I mean, we're a lot closer than I thought I would be. I thought it was going to take us like a year to get there, but we're pretty close, guys. I think we're at like a little under like 1,000 hours, so we're getting there. I guess the more people that watch, the quicker it'll be. So, um, Okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Spirit, what do we want to tell Libra about her hidden potential, hidden gifts, hidden strengths that she needs to unlock, or he or she can unlock? I said she. Interesting. Right, okay. That. Oh, love it.